How do you want to be remembered?
I used to be so worried about it,
Yeah.
about how I was remembered. Like, I described the early days before I could even call it a career, like the early days of me capturing stunts on video. Like, I was packing my message into a bottle thinking that I might just be discovered after I died. It was so important to me. Like, I literally looked at the video camera at what I was doing, capturing things on video, as my way of becoming immortal. I was like, we're all going to be dead. We're all going to be dead. But if people are watching videos of me after I die, then I'm not technically dead. Like, I will live on. So I placed so much importance in the permanence of video, documenting things on video. And I cared so much about being remembered beyond my lifetime. I remember too, like way before Jackass, I was in clown college, 1997. And we had this apartment building that we all 33 clowns lived in. And it was the whole apartment building was occupied by us 33 clowns, except for there were 5 marine biology students. And each Saturday we would put on a show. Like, we would kind of write our gags, and they would open up to the public so that we'd have an audience to perform for every Saturday night. We'd put on a show. And then after the show, like, we'd party. And Sunday would be the one day that we had off. So one night, we'd just done a show. I'm partying. I'm getting all drunk on Saturday night. And I'm in this marine biology student's apartment. It was a girl. And we're drinking together, and I'm explaining to this marine biology student how we're all going to be dead. But because I've got all this rad video footage, I'm actually going to live forever, because if people are watching my rad videos after I die, I'm still alive.
Yeah.
And this marine biology student, I'll never forget it. It was like she shook her head in disgust, looking at me like, she was like, maybe she said, "You're pathetic." She said, "You think it's all about you." She said, "How about if I do my job and after I die, some marine animal, some fish goes in and feeds on a coral reef that I preserved, then I live forever." That's my legacy. I'm a marine biologist. If I preserve a coral reef and it feeds a fish, then I live forever.
Yeah.
It's not all about you, she says. I just thought, even then, I thought, wow. Touche.
That's like a wise thing to say.
Really good.
Really.
I never would have thought that.
Profound.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that taking into account how impactful that notion is, that we should all strive to have a legacy of leaving the world somehow better than when we found it. That should be the highest goal. For this marine biology girl, preserve the coral reef. That should be her legacy. I mean, there's all kinds of ways to do that. I mean, like I said, that was in 1997.
Mm-hmm.
I would kind of twist the dials a little bit, and I would go on to describe my calling, my purpose in life. I would say that most people don't enjoy their job. You know, some people are not happy in their marriage. You know, some people have health issues. You know, there's all kinds of different ways that people are stressed out, that people are unhappy, that people need some kind of an escape. And I submit, this would be my whole pitch, that I submit that when people are exposed to my art, that the art I create is compelling enough, is engaging enough, is entertaining enough, that when people are exposed to my art, they are not thinking about their stress, their health, their job. That I don't claim to fix any problems, but albeit temporarily, I absolutely make problems go away. And by that measure, I deemed myself to be a professional distraction therapist.
I love that.
Distraction therapist is a noble, you know, I believed then, I still believe to some extent that it's a noble cause, you know, to make people's problems go away. I mean, that's a pretty major gift. It was just one little step removed from absolute self-importance and self-indulgence.
Yeah.
But still in that whole realm, you know. I think now where I'm at today, and we bought this big property in Tennessee to have an animal sanctuary. Like, you know, I love the feeling that I get from rescuing animals. I love that. I love the bigger implications of sharing my journey with animals. You know, inspiring other people to, you know, like the idea that perhaps at some point we'll forfeit our beloved privacy, and actually, I mean, we're resistant to that, but to forfeit our privacy so that we can invite people to where we live to have their own experience with our animals. You know, I think that there's a moment when you look into the eyes of an animal that you kind of think, wow, like, why would I participate in the factory farming of this creature? You know, like, without beating people over the head with righteous, like, shaming and, you know, like, I used to do all that with the vegan, you know, holier than thou, like, don't be, you know, and now I'd love to inspire and cultivate a respect for animals and animal rights, which is just by encouraging positive experiences and not shaming anybody or anything like that, but like just these could be good things that you know, contribute to leaving the world better than it was before. And thank God too that these aspirations are just a little bit less douchey and self-important. You know, like the marine biologist said, like, you know, to open my mind to the idea that it's not all about me.